So welcome everybody. It really is a huge honor and a joy to have you here with us. As I said, here in the UK evening, some of you might be coming into the early morning wherever you are, or some of you might be engaging in your day. And it's so wonderful to see so many beautiful, familiar faces. Julia, good evening. Lovely to see you as always. And I just want to give you all an understanding that this time we have here together for this hour or so session, it's very much about you. It's got not a lot to do about us. So we're here to give you some understanding and some guidance in just where this organization has sort of already taken on board the fundamental tools and skills to give people the opportunity to go out there and change other people's lives. This is what our organization is all about. Our organization is not about telling people the do's and don'ts in life and don't do this, don't do that on any level. This is actually a completely different approach. We very much focus on the power of etiquette and manners. We focus on emotional intelligence, and we dig deep into other areas of human connection and human interaction. This is what this is all about. And you will all have an opportunity to engage in questions, and we would love to answer any questions that you may have. But just to set the record straight, if you want the history of etiquette and those sort of things in life, I can absolutely wholeheartedly send you some material on getting into the deep nitty-gritty of the history of etiquette. I can share books with you. I can share dossiers with you. That is not what our organization is about. The organization is fully focused on giving us these quintessential tools so that we can launch ourselves into the future and we can help other people around the world take on board the power of etiquette and manners. Because we truly believe that when you can harness this, and it's a lifestyle choice, this is not you turn on a light and all of a sudden you act because you need to go to an interview or go to a meeting. This is about being consistent in who you are. And when we can influence other people around the world and the younger generation, we are preparing for the future. Now, recently, not so long ago, there was we do a huge amount of research in the organization, and there was an incredible paper that came out from the World Economic Forum. And as we can all appreciate, we are in the midst of a very, very seriously transformative world right now. The fourth industrial revolution has hit us hard and fast. The last 20, 30 years has been exponential with technology. And we all understand that, artificial intelligence, bots, computers, all of these things are starting to take over. But the one amazing thing that the World Economic Forum shared was 10 points that we as human beings need to enhance for the future of our lives, for the future of work. And those 10 areas, firstly, are creativity, okay? As human workers, the future, we will need to be creative to fulfill and realize the benefits of all the new things that the future and the new products and the ways of working and technologies. However, robots currently can't compete with humans on creativity. And the future is very much focused on that beautiful human creativity. You're going to hear us talk about the power of etiquette and manners. And when I talk about that, you heard me earlier talk about emotional intelligence. So EQ is a phenomenal fundamental aspect of our growth as human beings. Our ability to be aware of and control and express our emotions, as well as being cognizant of emotions and others. And it really is important that we can read and connect with people on their sort of level as well, getting to know who we're dealing with. So, exhibiting high emotional intelligence is going to be one of the key, most powerful tools that we can incorporate into our world. And the beautiful thing about EQ, unlike IQ, emotional intelligence, we can learn, we can read, we can study it, we can rewire our brains. The third thing they talked about was analytical, or what we may deem as critical thinking. A person with critical thinking skills can suggest innovative solutions and ideas and can solve those complex problems using reasoning and logic and evaluate arguments, for example. So that is number 3 that they talk about with the World Economic Forum. Then there's the active learning with that amazing growth mindset. For some of you who've had the privilege, and we've had the privilege of working with you, you know where we take this with our youngsters. We have programs where we talk about the power of etiquette and manners, growth mindset, and developing our teenagers to really understand the importance of building that incredible growth mindset. The 5th one they talk about is judgment and decision making. This is always going to be a key instrument. Computers might be able to do X, Y, and Z, but at the end of the day, it's that quintessential decision making, which is down to the human being. Those incredible interpersonal communication skills, that ability to exchange information and meaning between people is vital. And how many of us know of people in this world who really struggle to genuinely communicate, to be very dynamic in their communication, to get their proper, correct message across? The 7th one they talk about is leadership skills. We all know how important leadership skills are. And we, as an organization, focus and hone in on giving people the confidence to build their leadership skills. Then they go down the route of talking about diversity and cultural intelligence. And as a world and a workplace, and we become more diverse and we become more open, it is vital that we as individuals have the skills to understand, respect, and work with others, despite our differences in be it race, culture, language, age, gender, sexual orientation, political or religious beliefs, and so forth. So that diversity and cultural intelligence. And here's the one thing out of all of this is technology skills. We do need to be technically savvy. We do need to understand how technology works. We do need to get more ensconced in understanding the reality that blockchain is taking on. We understand that, the power of our computing systems. Phones have got far more dynamic. I mean, literally you walk around with an office in your pocket. So technology skills, absolutely. And the final one they talk about is actually embracing change. And again, we need to understand how important that is. We need to celebrate change. And all of us are in a fundamental position right now, not thinking for now, but thinking for the future. More so now than ever before, the world over needs the likes of us in this amazing world to go out there and help people on all levels. This is about building confidence, and this is about changing people's lives. This is what this is about. Yes, it is etiquette and manners. Yes, it is emotional intelligence. But the quintessential tools that you will have the privilege of being able to do is literally give people those tools. You'll be able to diversify in different areas of your life. So they're wonderful, amazing past students here on this program, on this call tonight, who I would love you to share what you've managed to achieve and how it's impacted the businesses that you're running and how you are adapting what you've taken from our organization, from the tools, from the material, and where you are implementing it, and how it's really supported you as an individual, but not only you as an individual, but the people that you come into contact with on a daily basis. It really is that important. And when we open the doors here at our organization, we very much 150% keep those doors open. We have an incredibly strong alumni community, which we're building, we're growing, we're adding more value to that alumni community. We're going to be introducing get-togethers in the very near future, now that hopefully that the ability to be able to travel again. We're looking at bringing on some wonderful experiences next year, running them out of London. We just had our partner out of the British School of Etiquette from Brazil, Patricia Jonqueira, bring 10 amazing students from Brazil over to the United Kingdom in June, where we had 2 weeks of intense coaching training. We did the most beautiful and fun activities, like going to Royal Ascot, going to various different shows, going on an amazing luxury train with butler service to go and see where Bridgerton was filmed, and to go to various different museums. So there's a huge amount in the pipeline that's getting a huge amount of momentum as an organization. We are fastidious, we are passionate about changing people's lives and giving people the tools to go out there with confidence. And I know for a fact that I can say openly and wholeheartedly, there are so many students who have walked through the door who have openly given great feedback, input. We've learned from feedback and input, but not only that, they've also showered us with the most incredible testimonials. And this journey is really going to give you that opportunity. We do not follow a very, as I said, X, Y, and Z approach. We have a very strong holistic approach. And we will start with and we will start moving through the process on this specific journey. So, Leanne, I'd love you to, if you would please, just to kick in here and share a few things with this amazing group that are attending here this evening.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Philip. I think it's an incredible course because it gives you a broad overview of the subject. And, you know, there's this thinking that etiquette and manners is poncy, pretentious, stiff upper British lip and all of those kind of connotations, but it's not that at all. It's an incredible journey, and I think with some of the students that are part of this call today who've done this training, they have found that it was a journey over the 5 days, and they learned more than just etiquette and manners. It was a way of thinking. It was a way of life. There's a lot of personal coaching involved, and it's tailor-made and exclusive to the group concerned. So it's not a cookie-cutter approach. It's not regurgitating a syllabus and getting you through it so that you get a piece of paper at the end and thank you, goodbye. It's very much about building a relationship with you forever. So besides the actual course itself, we offer a tremendous support through our Alumni Program, which is going to undergo some developments in the new year. You know, so as part of being a member of the Alumni, you have the benefits of invitations to complimentary workshops and seminars. There are discounts on coach development skills and refresher courses. You know, we're looking at a monthly coaching call with Philip, Q&A sessions, exclusive articles, invitations to attend other online events, various articles, and so on. And apart from that, we also give you support in terms of additional private coaching, business coaching. We have an image consultant on board. We have marketing support. So if you're going out and starting this business on your own, you don't have to feel that you're out there all on your own having to think up all of these things. We're there to help you, from brand development right through to assisting you with your website. So we see it as a relationship for life. We have many of our Train the Trainer graduates that are in contact with us on a regular basis. They call us, they send us messages, you know, we're involved, you know, with various projects and so on. So it really is very holistic. So, you know, as Philip says, you know, we're not here to provide you with a shopping list of do's and don'ts in etiquette. There's a bigger picture involved, and it will equip you to be able to do and to follow your passion. You know, if you love working with children and the youth, you can adapt it for that. If your passion is around dining etiquette and afternoon tea, you can take it that way. If you love working with corporates or professionals, there's plenty of scope. And the wonderful thing is that you're able to create this business and create your own brand, your own products, your own company, if you wish. If you, at a later stage, want to think about becoming a country partner, we can explore that as well. And with that particular situation, you then have a license to operate as the British School of Excellence, as a country partner in your respective country. And we will provide you with branding, materials, course overviews, presentation slides, content to get you going. So it's like a mini franchise, but we don't adopt a franchise system, which is the case with so many of the organizations out there that kind of tie you into all kinds of complicated structures and so on. So it really is an incredible journey. There's a lot more that you actually benefit from on the course than you'll see published in the course overview. We have guest speakers, we have additional materials. Every evening, Philip sends out additional bonus material. If you have any additional areas that you would like covered. We're there to support you and provide you with information and backing on that as well. So it's very much personalized. And sometimes, well, in many cases, people say, oh, we'd rather come and do this course in person. But I really want to assure you that nothing is lost by doing this live online together with a group. It's interactive. Quite honestly, I find it actually more intense because we focused on each other for those 6 hours, including the breaks, and you really do get a lot of benefit out of it. The other thing, that we're looking to do next year is to restage the sort of London experience in June. Philip was mentioning about the group that came out from Brazil. So it will be a type of arrangement like that, where we will arrange various activities like Royal Ascot, afternoon tea at the Ritz, etc., etc. And together with those London experiences, Philip will do refresher courses so that you're able to meet some of the other alumni and various people that you will have seen on the courses. So I think there's a lot to look forward to. And by all means, make contact with me afterwards. I will be sending out a correspondence tomorrow with a link for a Calendly appointment, and we can chat through your specific details.
Thank you, Leanne. One of the things that we've been focusing on as well is giving you as alumni the opportunity with a new product. We've cornered we've captured the phrase live, learn, teach, inspire. Now, all of you have got experience behind you. All of you have got a history behind you. All of you have had curveballs thrown at you. No one's ever had that straight road in their lives. Anyone who has, I'm afraid, I don't believe that's the case. So we take and we draw on our experiences and we enhance that into connecting with our students. We really do. And this is a very important aspect of becoming a very dynamic coach and a trainer, showing that vulnerability, showing that real human side of who you are, that you didn't just pitch up one day and said, okay, I'm the blah, 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 blah. No, you really connect on that sort of level. So it's bringing and drawing your experiences. And the more experience and actually age in this situation is actually a benefit because you've lived a little bit longer and you can take on board. You may have seen in that amazing sort of testimonial video, there was one lady there who's all the way from Portugal, Isabel. And when she joined the program, she was 67 years old. We recently had, I say recently, just over a year ago, we had an amazing woman, Susie, all the way from Cyprus, and she was 78 years old. So it's just phenomenal that people out there understand the power of taking on board what we offer and going out there and helping people change their lives. And it really is life-changing. The second thing is so that Live, Learn, Teach, Inspire, we're going to be launching a Live, Learn, Teach, Inspire platform where the likes of yourselves will be able to come on and share your journey with people, whether it be around the alumni platform, whether it be on the YouTube channel. That is something which is going to be taking place. And the other thing is we have a partnership with USA Global TV. My colleague, Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck, she and I and the team, we host every Friday at 3 p.m. UK time, so 10 a.m. in the US on the East Coast, I think it is, not the West Coast. We launched the Power of Etiquette and Manners, and you have the opportunity to come on there and speak freely, promote yourself, promote what you're doing, and with the opportunity to come on numerous occasions. So we really are looking at ways to absolutely add value and enhance your opportunities and enhance your experience to make sure that you will go down this journey, and we're there to support you and help you succeed. So that is really something I want you to all understand and take on board. Before I continue, if any of the alumni would like to have a chat or chat openly and freely, just pop your hand up or just unmute yourself and please share whatever you would like to share.
I'm loving these sessions that you are doing because, to be honest, it gives us an opportunity and it makes us sit and think, what has this course done to us? And to me especially, I will share so sincerely because I don't make reviews. I never make reviews. And when I make, I want them to be so honest because when I read one, I want it to be true. how the British School of Excellence has helped me. Well, I will give feedback on the materials, the books that Philip has shared with us during the Train the Trainer. It has helped me because I am a bookworm and I tend to see the materials in a different way. And it was like thousands of books were in one. It really helped me because it was so complete, and it has made me see a very big development, an improvement in my life. And even though I haven't been able to yet set my business, I have seen how it has helped me in my life, in the way I do things. For example, sometimes I had the opportunity to go in Albania. I'm from Albania. I live in Italy now. I had the opportunity to go to Albania after many years, and I hadn't seen my family for many years. And my sister that had gone was more. It was bigger than me. I have to share that. She's a teenager, and I sat down with her, and after many times I hadn't been able to talk with her, but I knew I had to share the materials with her. The first thing I wanted to do, I wanted to share those materials with her, even though she was not a client of mine. Now I can give a really good feedback that she has been using them. I can see how she shines, how she does the things. She wakes up and listen, she writes to me the first thing in the morning and she thanks me. I can't give a better feedback. And I want to add to this that what shared Liam before, the support that the British School of Excellence gives to you after never ends, because you think you have ended the course and now you are alone. What am I going to do? Because yes, we tend to have all the materials, all the things there, but we feel like we are left alone. No, you are never alone. I have seen the support given to me, and I can't be thankful enough about that. I want to say to everyone who is here or who will be watching this after, the fact that you are here is not any accident. I tend to believe in this. You might have been thinking about taking the course, or you just came here out of curiosity. Just take the course. I can't wait to be able to take another course but life happens, you have priorities. Please take the course. I can't wait to be in that place. And one reason that I chose this course is the emotional intelligence. You shared that before, and I want to add it again, because the emotional intelligence, you will not find it elsewhere added to the personal development or the good etiquette that you share. That's a good feedback. I am so sincere about this. I talk many languages all the day. That's why I'm not talking very good in English right now. But I hope you understood everything.
100%. Thank you so much. Really. Thank you.
So sincere.
Thank you. I'm gonna open up to Julia, if I may.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. So my name is Julia Arhire, and I was part of Philip's course in March this year. I think I came, well, I joined the course because I am the founder of an organization. It's a non-profit organization that helps highly qualified migrants and refugees to restart their careers here in the UK. And most of my, I'll just give you a bit of a background so you'll understand why I took the course. But most of my applicants, they are women, and they came to the UK as a refugee or as an economic migrant, and they're all professionals, and they are trying to start a new life in a new country, in a new culture as well. And for them, it was difficult to navigate the job market, the business environment. And also it was difficult in interviews to get the job. So that's why I joined British School of Excellence. My reason was I wanted to help my clients to build their confidence. And I wanted to help them to change their life by entering jobs that are matching their qualifications. So the program has been fantastic. I've been, it really was so high, and we learned so much. And it really gave me, I'm just going to mention a few tools. It gave me a better knowledge on, how to create long-lasting impressions, for example, and why that is really, really important, and not only in a business setting, but in any setting, in a social setting as well, and how to behave in a business environment, and how to shake hands the right way, and also cultural differences, and what how it's dining etiquette as well in the UK. So we've learned about that as well. My focus was on the business area, and I'm really glad that I've been part of the course and I could use the tools and knowledge I required to help my clients change their lives. So we are using all the tools now. We are going to develop a course that is really specialized on etiquette, business etiquette, and yeah, I hope you will find it really exciting, and I did, and I really enjoyed. I'm still in contact with the people in my team that were part of the week, and still in contact with Philip. I've seen him the other day. Leanne, I just had an hour conversation last week, or when was it? Great support from them, and great knowledge. Thank you so much.
Julia, thank you. And Julia, you know that I said to you the last time when we finished our conversation, I'm here to kick you up the backside.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely,
You're so
100%.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Thanks.
And really, the door is always open. Before we ask any of the other alumni if they want to share, but if there any of the participants, please, I know Hajar, I'd love you to come on board and talk shortly. But before Hajar sort of says anything or mentions anything, is there anyone has any questions at this junction with regard to what has been shared thus far?
I think if you have questions, everyone, put up a hand. Use your either chat or the reaction section of the screen. Put up a hand, and please feel free to ask any questions you have.
Anything at all. And then you'll know that I share this all the time. No question is a stupid question. The only stupid question is the one that you never ask. So please feel free. Aris, please go ahead.
My name is Abiodun Adewale. So the name of my organization is Aris Lush Resort Hall. So the name you're seeing on the screen is actually the name of my organization. I'm a Nigerian. Thank you for the platform and for this opportunity to see the beautiful places. Okay, so I currently run an organization which is actually for etiquette and life skills. And I've developed like 8 courses that teaches children, young adults, as well as adults about everything etiquette and life skills, talking about and you, talk, peer pressure talk, and the rest. So I have been looking for organizations of like minds, that does things similar to what I do. And with the little research I did, I came out of the British School of Etiquette. And that was how I started about my first email. So my question is this: how do I benefit from this course? How do I benefit from this course? Like I said, I run an organization that teaches etiquette and life. I don't want to bore you with the detail that I am trying to summarize. So how do I really benefit from this? Since I probably already know some basic things about etiquette and the like. Thank you.
Those are very good questions, great questions, and thank you for sharing. I suppose the approach that we bring to the table is very holistic. You will obviously be going on a journey that will absolutely resonate with a lot of things that you may know already. And we just come in with a way of sort of, I suppose, delivery. We give you, the lesson plans. We give you material that will help you start to develop, potentially new course structures and new courseware to be able to diversify in your market. So, it is something as an organization, without sort of, I suppose, here's an opportunity for us again to blow our own trumpet. As an organization, we were the first organization in our industry and sector to become fully accredited by educational organizations. So we are accredited by ILM City and Guilds, the Institute of Leadership and Management, the CPD Consortium. We're a Centre of Training Excellence, and we're investors in people. So we bring this material to life, and we obviously, once you've finished the program, you will receive these, once you've done your assessments and assignments, you will receive your certification, which you can then obviously use as a benefit to share with your clients, which will hopefully open doors for you because you've gone down that particular career path. That's it in sort of in a very basic nutshell. I don't know, Leanne, if you want to add anything to that, or if anyone else who's experienced the journey, who came to the party with some very strong background in etiquette and manners and life skills, please feel free to do so.
I think the reputation and the brand that the British School of Excellence has built up over all of these years, next year is actually the 10th anniversary. I was thinking about this the other day. So, it's the collective experience, knowledge, the brand, the accreditations, which a lot of organizations don't all subscribe to. And by being part of these international organizations, it doesn't just mean that we pay a fee, we're a member, we get a certificate. It's quite a rigorous process. And the accreditations are up for renewal either annually or every second year. And it goes through a process. They interview independent people, they survey, they evaluate, they decide whether we're good enough to be accepted under their umbrella. So it's at a tremendous cost. These accreditations don't come lightly. There's a lot of investment, and that's why many etiquette schools out there don't go to the lengths that we do. So you can be very proud to be awarded a CPD standards certificate from the UK afterwards, and an ILM City and Guild certificate that you can display on your website. You can put it on your business cards and social media and so on. So it's fantastic for your reputation as well to be associated with this tremendous brand. And besides that, the quality of the teaching, the sharing, the content that you benefit from during the course is absolutely amazing. I'm now part of all of the training programs, and I listen critically each time. And every time I think, yes, this is it. Could we have done any better? Maybe a little tweak here and there, but we definitely cover all ground to the point where there are no questions left at the end of the program. And we do have people from all walks of life. We have people with PhDs in archaeology. We have medical doctors. We have people from all walks of life that come through this program, and they give us the most amazing testimonials, and they say, wow, this was life-changing for me. So I really think that it's something that you can be very proud of once you've done the course. And besides that, it's really fun. Some of these sections are amazing. The highlights are obviously dining etiquette and afternoon tea. Afternoon tea is done on the final day. It's your last session with Philip, and it's amazing to see how everybody just lights up. A couple of weeks ago, Philip did a session with Dr. Jacqueline on her USA Global TV show, and she was beaming. She was so delighted because, just the mere fact of how it's conducted, and do we put the cream on first or the jam first? Do we put the milk into the tea before or after? And all of these little questions, which is it's tremendous fun. And, we deliver the polished professional to corporate organizations and professionals. And it's so interesting in the delivery of some of the content. You know, they haven't heard of some things. They don't know what identity icebergs are. They don't know about EQ. They don't really understand what DISC is. And we take them through this entire process. And it's so satisfying to see that we can add value in the lives of people that have academic and clinical qualifications, that are leaders, that are CEOs, MDs, you know, regional managers of hotel groups, and so on. It's absolutely phenomenal. So, you know, I do urge you to, and if you have any further questions, please don't hesitate. We can set up a call. We can set up an additional Zoom call with Philip to address your specific questions.
Wonderful, Leanne. And we've got a huge, which is wonderful. We've got such an amazing group of alumni throughout Africa, from Nigeria, Ghana, Ivory Coast, Zimbabwe, Rwanda, Zambia, South Africa. Well, we've got a Moroccan on board here as well as not only Morocco, but I know, Hajar, you've got your very wonderful background as well. So, you know, there are so many, just to reiterate what Leanne's saying, the quality and caliber of people, we are amazed every time the door opens for our Train the Trainer. The level and the quality of people that walk through the door are just outstanding.
And I think, you know, it's phenomenal to be in a Zoom room with people from around the world. You know, our last session of Train the Trainer was just absolutely amazing. We had 2 ladies from the United States. We had a Chinese ballerina who lives in Italy. We had an Armenian wonderful man who lives in China. We had somebody from New Zealand who's originally from China, and so on. And it's just, there's incredible cross-pollination. So, you know, I think pivoting from in-person to online to in-person and so on has its challenges, but the ability to bring together people from all corners of the world in one room is absolutely fantastic. And, you know, those are people that you can connect with forever. You know, either that specific group that you're with or through the entire alumni community. And, you know, through our platform, you can find people on there with similar interests to you. You can say, I'm crazy about doing children's etiquette, or I want to set up something and do dining etiquette. They're people that will bond. We have so many of the alumni that have published books. You know, there are people that are absolute leadership icons. We have Dr. Justina Mutale, who's one of our former alumni. Incredible people doing amazing work around the world. So it's fantastic to be associated with that level of people. And, you know, onto our next group, we're expecting some amazing people, you know, in September. And it's just wonderful how one attracts this energy. You know, we're always amazed. And at the end of the session, we will end off with one of our latest testimonials from an incredible blogger who lives in California, just to show you how different people use the training. And I think that's the beauty of it. You're not put into a little tight box where you have to do ABC. You can take this knowledge and you can adapt it to whatever your passion is. So whether it's fashion, image, professionals, children, food, you can take it to that level. And it also gives you an opportunity to work together with other people in your specific field. So, for example, if you're doing dining etiquette, you can link up with restaurants, hotels, suppliers of gorgeous cutlery, crockery, and so on. There's leeway to do that. So the sky's not the limit. You know, you have this incredible treasure chest to play with afterwards. And not only that, you have us as support on every level, whether it's marketing, whether you need business coaching, whether you want to do further training on image and styling, it's all there for you.
Does that answer some of your the question that you were asking?
I see we have a question from Gloria to everybody. How much is this program? Right, so the program is online, £3,997. It is possible to have a payment plan. So generally we ask for 50% before the program starts, and the balance can be paid over 3 or 6 months. We're doing it online, and, you know, as I mentioned before, nothing is lost. Naturally, being in person is just amazing, but, you know, you have to then come to London, the costs of accommodation and transport and all of these other things kind of add up, where you don't need to do that. It's the quality is there, it's personalized. We give you all the sort of content that you could possibly want. We answer all of your questions. There are online activities that we do and so on. So you don't miss anything. And like I mentioned before, Gloria, we're going to be planning some London experiences in June next year, which will be highlights of London appropriate to the whole subject of etiquette and coaching. And part of that will be refresher training with Philip. So we will, add in some training elements to it, and you will also have the opportunity to meet some of the other alumni, country partners, global partners who will be bringing groups of their clients from different parts of the world. So there is still that opportunity, and it's something that we would like to keep on the calendar every year, so that there's something to look forward to. And we just hope that COVID remains calm so that we can do these in-person events.
I'm going to go over, and I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Is it Zargona? Is that correct? Have I got it correct?
Yes, you got it correct.
Okay,
Hi, so
please,
I'm
go
from
ahead.
Pakistan, and I'm a mom and a housewife, so I don't have experience with anything. I've never worked. And my approach to this is that I want to take this course and teach children at my son's school. Nowadays children, they're always on their gadgets and they don't have any experience of etiquette. Their moms are always like getting rid of them. And I want to take this opportunity, start working and build up something for myself from initially starting to work at a school and teach children. And so that's going to, polish my children in the beginning. And so I want to spread that. So how long is this process going to take me? I want to be like a pro at this. So whenever a question comes at me, I shouldn't be hesitating and, not knowing the answer to it.
The program is run over 5 days. It's quite intense, 6 hours a day. But you know what, it's really fun. And the days go really quickly. By the end, we see some of our course delegates slightly tearful. The messages the next day to say, oh my gosh, my life feels so empty. I've been looking forward to this group every day. We've bonded and so on. So 5 days of intensive training. You then go away. You've got about a month to do an assignment. And, like I often say to people, it's not an academic dry exercise. It's something that is hands-on that you will be able to use. So you will go away and you will do a lesson plan. You will look at the different activities you're going to do with the children, what marketing you're going to do, and so on. And that's this assignment that gets submitted to us. We have an education and development specialist who goes through the materials. She evaluates it, and then you receive your certification, obviously once your fees are paid up and so on. So it's not a lengthy process. We want to get you up and running as quickly as possible. And naturally, we have reading lists that we can recommend to you and additional courses. Part of Train the Trainer also is that we have a hop-on, hop-off facility. So for a little additional subscription fee for a year, you can come and join Etiquette, Mindset and Manners, The Polished Professional, Train the Trainer as many times as you want to. So it doesn't have to be every day of every course. You can hop in for day 3 or day 2, or whatever you want. So you have the continued input and practice at being exposed to the material. I think it's an absolute excellent idea for you to start at your children's school. It's really wonderful. And what makes the difference is, for parents at home, you'll find that your own children don't really want to listen to you. But if it comes from somebody else, then they listen. They go, yes, okay, and I think it's rewarding. It's fun, and then you're involved in changing and improving the culture in the school. Because if you create a culture of politeness, good manners, being thoughtful of others, kind, you change that whole atmosphere. Because in many cases, sometimes children can be a bit nasty and so on. You adjust that culture. And I think it's invaluable. And, we love it. We talk to people all over the world, and it's so funny because they say, oh, they're in America. Oh, the children are so rude here these days. Or we'll speak to somebody in Australia. Oh, the youth of today, they're terrible. They've got no manners. And we're quietly chuckling, and in a sense, COVID has created these opportunities. It was a terrible thing. It felt like the world had come to an end, but we've got over that. And what has happened is there are so many gaps. We need to repair the issues and the lack of socializing and the manners. And we find this with adults as well. They've, from working from home, sitting behind the laptop, there's this disconnect. And on many levels, people are almost afraid to go back into real environments. They kind of tend to want to hide away behind the machines. I mean, I have various colleagues and friends around the world that say, oh no, they don't want to go into the office. That they might just go in once a week or, avoid it at all costs. So we need to break all of that down and get people socializing. And I think, with the children, you can have so much fun with dining etiquette and afternoon tea. You can have fun with certificates and badges and awards, and maybe even getting it into the school system so that it becomes part of the regular school system, into the curriculum as a life skills program.
Exactly what my aim is. So I want all the children to, have this as a subject and, make this part of their lives. It should be compulsory, so that they're raised into this and you don't have to teach them at a higher level because, it should be instilled at them at a very young age. And that is my aim.
Absolutely.
You hit the nail on the head. We're very privileged in the fact as well as an organization. We have partnerships on quite a large scale. So just to give you an understanding, we have a presence in Brazil, Bermuda, Poland, where Leanne is, Benelux, Japan, India, Pakistan. We've just recently launched in Oman, and we've got 2 or 3 other branches of the British School of Excellence launching globally. And in Bermuda, just to give you an example, Lorene Phillips is our partner over there. We've literally rolled out a program for a couple of the schools in Bermuda, for example. So the opportunity is huge. And by the way, the fact that you're a mum gives you absolutely the platform to go into taking this forward, because I salute. And I'm, for those of you who know me well, I'm the biggest fan of women, and I respect and salute you hands down. You take on too much, you're dynamic, you're phenomenal. By the way, Brand, it doesn't detract from the amazing men as well, because we've got some beautiful men. We need men and women. We both need each other, but women tend to just really do take on too much. And your skill set there, Zagona, to take that on board will be phenomenal.
Yes, hopefully so. Thank you so much.
And before Hajar comes on, I'm going to offer an opportunity for Brand. Please do unmute yourself and go ahead.
I'm from Indonesia, and currently I'm working as an etiquette trainer. I'm not saying myself that I'm a coach, but I'm a trainer. So most of my client or my student were 13 year, like teenagers, girl, 13 until a 15 young girl. So the part of I really wanted to do in this course is because, like in Indonesia, especially in Jakarta, where I am right now, is that my market is just based on trust. I don't have any like certification or degree about the etiquette, but most of my student or my client trust me because who I am and the things that I'm doing. So I started being the etiquette trainer years ago. Now it's about 1.5 years, and I really enjoy. And I found out myself that I want to do more and develop myself to in the level of like people will know Brand as an etiquette coach in the future, So the problem in Jakarta, in Indonesia at the moment, or maybe in other countries as well, that the parents or people don't really trust with the coach or trainer without any degree or certification. Luckily that I have a trust with my client and my student, they can continue after the programs that I can teach with them. So, and another problem is that there's not really working like doing the program or session by online. So they want me to come over to their house and do the private sessions. So here's the things I wanted to know about this course. If what kind of method that you guys give it to the member or to us in the future, that how it could be possible to do the online, like when you, like for example me, like I'm facing, or like when I'm teaching my student, I have to watch myself, how they sit, how they look, how they talk, and how they smile. Even though they make mistake, or like they did something wrong, I have to fix it, you know. And it's how I do that when I do the online thing. So I needed some explanation or like some details how this course is gonna provide me to, you know, to regarding the question that I did.
Bran, one of the guest presenters on our course is an absolute phenomenal person by the name of Cindy Ferrara. Just have a look on our website under team afterwards. She's an elite business coach, and one of her fortes is her module on presentation skills. She is brilliant. I think Yulia was on one. Maybe Yulia, you could just take us through what you learned from Cindy during that session.
Yeah, I really loved hello, Bran. So I really enjoyed seeing this session. I thought for me it was quite powerful, and it was really good when she gave loads of details about you know, how to present yourself, and what you do and so on. We all had to do, from what I remember, we all had to do a speech, a 2 minutes speech, and then it was so interesting. It was how do you keep it was on Zoom, of course, and then she looked at everything, so it was amazing, the feedback. So after like 2 minutes, then she will give you feedback, and she will say, like, you know, on the speech and everything else, the way the hands, what the gestures represent, were you like confident in that particular part of the speech or not? Or I've just found it really incredible, to be honest. Really enjoyed it.
That's amazing. And I mean, Hajar, I think, was also
Thank you so much.
But again, Bran, the other thing as well is we actually give you the ability to go out into breakout rooms to connect with your fellow colleagues on the course. And the other thing is, you know, introducing video technology that you can really incorporate, whether it be in person or whether it be either in person or in through the Zoom room. And this is the lovely thing about what we have been exposed to, because now we have the privilege of going back into the classroom when people book various sessions. It could be one-on-ones, it could be a group, but we also have this privilege of connecting through this amazing, powerful platform, which obviously everyone's become pretty accustomed to. So, you know, it's about going on this journey and really taking on board the tools that we share with you, that you can really make that incredible connection. The other interesting thing that we deliver through the program is what we call the DISC personality test, because we talk about the golden rule in life: do unto others as we wish them to do unto us. But Bran, hold on, you don't necessarily want to be treated the same way as I like being treated, and vice versa. So it's learning to understand people's makeup, their personality traits, and that sort of thing, so that you can connect on a very dynamic level with your students. And that's what this is all about. I saw earlier come up on the chat, for example, everyone think, oh, etiquette and manners for posh people, blah, blah, blah. It couldn't be further from the truth. The power of etiquette and manners, and I know this for a fact, is for everybody. And when you can enhance and harness the power of etiquette and manners and emotional intelligence, you can soar like an eagle, 150%. And we share that with you on this particular journey. We've got to break that, because let me tell you, I know so many wealthy people, or people who think they're classy, who have no clue. Okay, so let's get rid of that myth about, people with money and blah, 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 all about etiquette and manners. Couldn't be further from the truth.
Philip, I was actually having a think the other night about this whole scenario, and I think a more accurate way to describe etiquette training is more behavioral coaching. So if we change the way we think about it, because etiquette has this connotation of teacups with pinkies in the air and being snobby and all that, and it's not like that. I think this world has changed so much. And so many business professionals and corporates have these cultures of being rude, abrupt, the way they communicate on email, the way they communicate on the phone and behave in meetings, that we need to steer that right, and it comes through in the communication, the way people are writing to each other on email, the way they are texting each other. We've lost quality. We've become so digital that we have lost touch with reality. So we try and promote going back to old-fashioned values, which is about writing thank you notes, writing personalized letters, becoming more personal, having more contact with people on a more human level. And I think that's where this all comes in. So the etiquette, snobby sort of side of it, I think it's dated, it's stuffy, it's not where we're going with this thing. And you'll see through the training that it's so holistic. There's a wider approach. And like Philip says, everything in life boils down to the platinum rule. It's about treating other people the way they want to be treated. And I think if we get that right, and if we train and teach people, we will get this world right, because people will notice you for the good things that you do. You get noticed for the right reasons. So I think the work is on a higher level. It's more important than just etiquette. It's about working with society and making us better humans.
I hope that helps, Bran.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Really help. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
And we're only a stone throw away, literally, to ask any further questions. Hajar, I know you were very keen to interject and say something. Then I'm going to go back to Vika and then Karia as well. Okay, so over to you, Hajar.
Well, good evening from the Netherlands. My name is Hajar Aitouaba, and I'm a French and geographic teacher in the Netherlands. And I have graduated.
Alles goed?
Yeah, everything is going very goed.
Heel goed.
Yeah, Indonesian people, I know they speak Dutch, and I do have some lovely Indonesian friends as well. So what I was telling, I've graduated last year from the British School of Etiquette, excellence right now. And the course is it's a life changer, actually, because I started my journey during the global pandemic. I saw a world that was polarized. People were so mad, and I was mad as well. And I wanted to change the world, but I came to the realization that I cannot change the world by myself, but the only thing or person that I can change is myself. So I started reading on the internet, and thanks to some algorithms, I came out to the British School of Etiquette, and I started following some workshops, some webinars, and I really loved it. And for me, it was like, I want to be part of this. So I did a train the trainer course. It was an overload of information, but I did enjoy it. It was we were with a small group, and I had a time of my life, and I needed some time to process all the information. So it doesn't stop there. It's not after 5 days, then it's done. No, and it's now 1 year later, and I'm still learning. And I'm currently busy with my own business. It's called School of Etiquette NL. I'm very big on Instagram. I grow with almost 20,000 followers, and people who reach out to me, they wanted to have etiquette and training courses, especially women. I didn't start immediately with the courses and trainings, but I started investing in the relationship with the people. They come with stories and talking about some insecurities. And that's the thing, the tip that I would love to share is listen to these people. What are their problems? Is it something you can fix? Is it something you might recognize. Did you experience it before? So what did you do? So I'm really talking a lot with my followers, and they're always asking me, when are you going to start the etiquette trainings? And for me, it's just I'm checking out, will I be doing it online or making or will I make video courses? And there's one thing that I would like to share with you. People ask me about, hey, what is that, the etiquette thing? Don't listen to negative people, because when I tell them that, I mean, the majority of people I've told about my etiquette journey, they were positive and they said, it's good, it's nice, keep up the good work. But there are always those naysayers, etiquette, manners, oh, come on, it's so outdated, blah, blah, blah. But imagine people, they forget that there are unwritten rules already. I mean, everybody is silenced right now. I'm talking. I mean, imagine if everybody would be talking blah, 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 but it's an unwritten rule. Isn't that etiquette? And that's what they forget about. And, you know, don't listen to them. And as Leanne said, and also Philip, etiquette is just not only about how to eat with a knife and fork. It's about being considerate to others. And I would like to share one last story. Yesterday I was in Morocco, and I was at the airport, and I did some souvenir shopping. There was a jewelry, and I bought some nice bracelets for my sisters and friends. And I saw a very lovely bracelet, and I was looking at it and had a little chit chat with the owner of the shop, and we had a very great conversation. And I actually decided not to buy the bracelet, and I was like, I do have so many, and it's okay like that. And imagine that he said, allow me, and he grabbed my hand and he gifted it to me. And the only reason was for I made his day by just a lovely chit chat, and I was genuinely interested in his passion. And yeah, and you know, it's not hard to be nice to people. Be interested, have the talks, listen to them. Sometimes people are already happy if you just listen to what they have to say. And I couldn't accept it, actually. I said, this is way too expensive, let me pay you. But he didn't allow me. He said, no, this is my personal gift to you because you made my day. And that's one of the things that happened to me after trainer course and changing myself, being a better person, because the people around you, they will change automatically. You won't even notice it. And well, thank you very much for listening.
Hajar, thank you as always. Thanks, really, really lovely. I know you don't mince your words, you straight from the heart. So thank you so much. Carla, I'd love to go over to you, please.
Hi, everyone. I'm connecting from New Jersey. So good afternoon, good evening over there. I just have a couple of questions. Is the training, I understand it's all online, is it pre-recorded, or how does it work if we're all in different time zones? That's my first question. And second, is there the option if I wanted to go to London and take it in person? Is that an option at all?
You know, it's absolutely amazing that when we run Train the Trainer, we get people from all parts of the world in different time zones connecting. You know, we've had people joining us at 4:30 in the morning. We've had people joining us late at night, and they value the training so much that they are prepared to make the sacrifice to join. What we have done sometimes is just adjust our starting time a little bit later or a little bit earlier. You know, if we can see that most of the people are from a particular time zone area, then we will adjust slightly. We are flexible. I did mention earlier, you know, the challenge with doing in person in London is that, you know, we need to make it viable. So if there's one or two people, it's not really worth our while. And the other thing is that it's quite costly to come to London, the travel costs, hotel costs, you know, transport, and so on and so forth. In saying that, we are looking to set up a London experience in June next year. Philip mentioned earlier having a group of 10 delegates from our Brazil group coming across to London and having the most amazing 2 weeks. So we're going to recreate that in June. So it'll be the London experience with trips to Ascot, to the afternoon tea at the Ritz, and all sorts of amazing London experiences. And part of that will be a refresher course, because it will involve our Train the Trainer graduates and alumni, country partners, and so on. By doing this online, as I mentioned earlier, there's nothing lost. It's really focused, it's intense, it's not e-learning, it's online, live, with a very select group of people. So it's personalized, we tailor it, we answer your questions. We're in contact with you all the time to make sure that we've covered everything that you need to know. So, yeah, it's perfect. It's perfectly acceptable. Obviously, if there was a whole group in America, then we would schedule this at an American time zone. It depends on what bookings come through.
And we've done that before, Carla. We've done that quite a few times in the past. But having said that, it just shows you, and we both, Leanne and I, and you've had the privilege of engaging with some of the past students. It blows my mind because just the last few courses we were running, we had 2 women in America waking up, I think, at 2 a.m. in the morning. We had Emma in New Zealand, where she was going toward midnight. I mean, it's just mind-blowing that people are committing. It really is phenomenal. We had Amin in China, and we were kicking off, and we really did focus on keeping, in that particular journey, we did a slightly different approach. We did 3.5-hour days, just to make it a little bit easier for those people waking up at these crazy hours. So we really try to be as flexible as possible, give or take.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks so much.
Please, and if there are any other questions, please reach out. Again, in wherever you're coming in from on this particular connecting with us today, there are amazing people in your own country that you can reach out to. You can reach out to any past students. Just speak to Leanne, Orsa, Emma, me, and we can connect you with past students, and they can share their experiences with you. I'm going to pass over to I hope I say the name correctly, Vika. Is that correct?
Hi everyone, I'm Vika. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. I am an early learning educator. I've been a teacher for the past 20 years. I currently own and operate Explorers Childcare Academy. I have not logged on today to determine whether to enroll. I already know that I want to enroll. I'm not even questioning the pros of enrolling in the program. My question is, however, will you be having a sample session by chance, or would you consider having a sample session, just as how we're having the Zoom meeting today, where the sample session is like a little taste of what the sessions will be like. And this is not because I want to ensure that the sessions are quote unquote good enough. I'm not even questioning that. This is just because I'm super excited about it, and I'm sure many people are as well. I unfortunately aren't able to join immediately, enroll immediately. But as Leanne knows, because I've been trying to enroll for a while now, it's just a matter of time. But yes, again, my question is, will you be having a sample session anytime soon?
Vika, we could definitely consider a sample session, or you could even pop into maybe one of the trainers that is already starting to take place. So yeah, I mean, that's something we can obviously have a conversation with you about. We've got nothing to sort of stop you from doing that or popping in on. It could even be, let's say, joining the Polished Professional or whatever sort of comes up. I mean, just giving you an understanding. Hajar, I know you really have made the most incredible commitment to the organization and invested in a lot of courses before you jumped into coming on board for Train the Trainer. And there were 1 or 2 people on here today as well who did that as well. So the answer, Vika, is absolutely possible.
That's great. Thank you. That
All
is
right.
awesome.
Super.
And if you guys are interested, I mean, yes, I don't think there's any in Trinidad as yet, but I do hope that I'm the first to collaborate and have this collaboration with the British School in Trinidad very soon.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Vika. That's wonderful. I'm going to go over to, is it Haya? Is that correct? Am I pronouncing your name correctly, Haya?
My name is Haya. Well, depends where you, in this country, we say depends which school you went to. So say Haya, Aya. I'm from Nairobi, Kenya. It's really nice to meet all of you. I have a small business, actually a fast food restaurant, and sometimes it can be very frustrating when you have your workers who some are not clean, and so sometimes you feel like you'd rather do it yourself. But with the patients, you teach them one day at a time. So my question is, I've heard that you said there are a few stations in a few countries, if I'm not wrong. So if you went to one of the stations, do you still pay the same amount, the £3,900?
We only offer train the trainer from the British School of Excellence, delivered by Philip. So, we understand the cost issues, and in many countries, the exchange rate is really, it's hectic. But what I can say to you is, it's a bit like going out and buying a BMW. You are buying the best quality, accredited international course that you can possibly have. And, even if we have to work with you to devise some sort of a savings plan or a structured payment plan, I think it would really be in your best interests to find a way to be able to afford this. We're in the business of changing lives. And I think we have to look inward and finding a way that we change our own lives first, so that we are able to offer this to other people. And I really understand where you're coming from. I know what it's like. The exchange rates in many countries are really, really very tough. But Philip, I think you want to announce something towards the end of our session. That might be
absolutely
worthwhile.
Hi, was that useful? Was that helpful to get the answer?
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, super. We've got an amazing alumni who's, I think, the oldest alumni on tonight's session, which is Jennifer, all the way in Taiwan. Jennifer, I'd love you to please unmute yourself and just share a few things, please.
Hi, I'm Jennifer. I attend the trainer course back in November 2017, which is quite early. And I think whoever joined now would have a better opportunity and privilege, because the business was growing. Philip has bigger organization now, so he can provide more resource. But I still learn a lot. My first approach to Philip was to actually doing business with him, not really taking a trainer. Philip, did you remember that?
Yes, totally.
And then I decided, if I'm going to promote this kind of business, I have to learn something. I have to be an expert of this field. Otherwise, I cannot sell my products, because I'm a business woman. So I have to know this program by myself very well. So I took the trainer courses, and I met some of the good friends. I still get in touch with Masha. We're still keeping in touch. So not only you're gonna learn all this professional knowledge, you're also probably gonna meet some of good friends, and who might be your lifetime friends, might give you a lot of network resources. So after I took the course, I went back to Taiwan. Where Taiwan is? Everybody's talking these days. Where the Chinese missile exercise, all the bullets going to our island, but we are still very cool right now. Anyway, so I built my own website. I guess I have a very nice website. So I got the inquiry from the Foreign Affairs. So I've been the invited lecturer for the Institute of Diplomacy and Foreign Affairs under the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Taiwan. And I also got quite some opportunity of interview by the news channel whenever they have these etiquette questions. And I also do some private training. I still doing my own business, so I not really put this in the full-time business, but I think the course I'm taking helps me to get more different opportunities. It's like wide-opening opportunity that I never experienced before. So I think it's very worth it to take the courses, no matter you want to be a coach or you want to do just your own personal development. I think it's all very practical and useful. And I really recommend everybody take these courses. And if you have any questions, then you can always text me, ask me my true experience. I'm welcome everybody to contact me.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. That's wonderful.
Yeah, thank you, Jennifer. Really, really wonderful. Thank you for making the effort to be here at such a late hour in Taiwan. That's really amazing. Look, I know you've been amazing and generous with your time, and I know we could continue with the conversations. We are at your disposal. You can book a Zoom call. You can book a phone call. Honestly, reach out at your earliest convenience. Anything you want to talk about, Leanne and I will make ourselves available. And that I mean from the bottom of my heart. Leanne and I were talking today about a few things. And Leanne, I'd love you to just to share something that we've sort of thought about. And I'm going to leave it to you to just share this sort of little opportunity, which we've never done before. But the one thing in life that I think the past students will understand is everything's about giving in life. You know, when you give, you receive. And Leanne made this very sort of poignant point today before we had a morning meeting. And she said, why don't we adopt a slightly different approach? And let's call it putting the cat amongst the pigeons, should I say.
You know, it's in the spirit of abundance. I believe that if you are generous and you give freely of your time, your energy, your effort, your resources, that good things come back in the universe. So what we discussed today was that we understand that the costs of Train the Trainer are steep for many people. So we would like to offer up a discounted prize to our Train the Trainer. And what we would like is for you to write a motivational letter to us, either a letter or you could make a video and talk about your passion, why you would like to do this course, how it's going to help you, and so on. And what we will do is we will put your proposal before our team, and we will choose the best proposal, and we will give the winning submission a 50% discount of one of our upcoming courses. We've got one starting on the 12th of September. We've got another one at the end of October, and last one towards, I think it's the end of November. So 3 more sessions during the course of this year. And then that prize would be valid for any one of those Train the Trainer programs. So we would love to hear from you. I'm going to pop my email address into the chat, so where you can submit questions, queries, and you can put together either a video or a written letter to us that we will review. We will give you, say, 7 days from today. So the deadline will be this time next week. And yeah, we really look forward to hearing from you.
Okay, Leanne, and then I'd love you just to, before we close off, just share that testimonial from Gia, please.
Yes, I'm just going to quickly pop my email in again, just so that we've got the...
So while Leanne's popping her email in, I just really thank all of you for your valuable time. It's been a true joy and pleasure. Thank you for these great questions. Thank you to the past alumni for just kicking in and talking from the heart. You know, none of us have asked you to put words in your mouth. It really means the world to us because it gives me goosebumps. You know, one of the things that we talk about on this journey is, you know, ask yourself something along the lines of what is your purpose in life, and think about writing down what your purpose in life is. And many years ago, so just to give you an understanding, you know, just as you invest in programs and courses, we as coaches and trainers, I've just recently invested in a very serious program, which is a 5-day course, huge investment financially, because the more I invest in myself, the more we can give as an organization. And many years ago, one of my coaches said to me, Philip, write down your purpose. And I thought, gee, and we went through the various tools, and My purpose of my life is to be alive and joyful, to be present with energy and passion, to embrace and appreciate those close to me, to learn and grow and work with people so that I can inspire and help them to live a fuller life, to love more abundantly, and to make a greater difference in this world now and forever. So when we find our purpose and our why, and you can follow that, oh my word, you'll be amazed at what starts to happen in your life and the people's lives around you. So I just want to share that we are here to support you. We would love you to connect with us. There's no pressure on any level. If we can answer questions, if you needed some resources, trust me, we're very free with our time and with our material. So don't feel you can't connect and reach out.
So I think in closing, I'm going to share this short testimonial. It's about 2 minutes from one of our recent trainers from California, which I think you'll really enjoy. So bear with me while I just share my screen with you and share the sound. Right.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Gia, an etiquette consultant based here in Los Angeles, and I build ladies and gentlemen. Before taking Train the Trainer, I was helping 20-something ladies find their stride in coming of age through my blog. I joined Train the Trainer by the British School of Excellence because we live in a world where standards are gone and socializing has been thrown out the window. I wanted to bring back the politesse and communal engagement to the wonderful young people that are my audience and more. So in the course, I was really surprised because firstly, I thought etiquette teachers were going to be dry, boring, and cookie cutter with hair that does not move, but it was the complete antithesis. All my teachers were rock stars in their field. Mr. Philip Sykes is a crazy level of charismatic where all of us need multiple injections of caffeine in order to keep up because he gives so much valuable information. I could not stop laughing along the way. My hand hurt from taking so many notes. Also, I didn't know that there was going to be more than one expert. It was a handful of die-hard industry leaders, ones who master the fields of elegance and presentation to help navigate the trajectory of how to teach students well. Not to mention the collaborative efforts with my fellow students, and that's something I absolutely appreciated. My classmates asked questions I never would have thought of that expanded the knowledge in the lessons. Everyone was really relatable and understandable, even though we all came from different corners of the earth. I could not be more grateful for such an incredible learning experience. Taking the course has definitely changed my life for the better, professionally and personally. I am currently helping over 88 gentlemen from Italy, Ireland, Australia, England, Germany, and more with job promotions, getting girlfriends, showing up for their family better, strengthening relationships around them, and having a better, shining self-image. Same with my personal life. I find myself to be showing up better for my community. Everybody has noticed a change. I feel like I can take more on simply because Train the Trainer has equipped me with infallible tools and shown me what I am capable of. This is definitely life-changing.
Wow. And that's the first time, ladies and gentlemen, I've ever seen that testimonial. Leanne said it came in late last night because of the time difference. And that just gives me goosebumps from the top of my head, right down to the end of my toes. I mean, that is just boom. And again, thank you. Yeah, just that's phenomenal. Without further ado, if there are no further questions, we'd love to bid you farewell. For those of you over in the United States of America, enjoy the rest of your day. For those of you in Europe and obviously Asia, please get a good night's sleep. Thank you for making the effort to join us. And you know where we are if you need to connect or engage on any level.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, everyone, for your time. We've gone over time wildly, but I think we've had an incredible session with you all. So thank you for being here.